The possibilities are endless of what you can do to a car, and they're not all that expensive or difficult to do. I've been customizing cars since I was a teen, but I'm not a mechanic, and while I do about half of the installation work myself, I end up paying professionals to do the harder stuff. So what I want to talk about today is possibilities. You can do almost anything you can imagine to a car, but most people just don't realize it. So here are some quick steps. Number 1, what do you wish your car could do? Or conversely, what do you dislike most about your car and what you'd like to change? Number 2, do some research. Watch YouTube recaps of the annual SEMA show, which is all the car accessories that come out every year. Browse car forums where people that are bigger fans than you of your same car live and see what they do. And anytime you are in a rental car or an expensive car or in a friend's car, just take notice of things you like about them. Number 3, when you decide on what you want to do, figure out how to do it yourself by looking up YouTube tutorials about it or scour local businesses and check those car forums again to find good installers in your area. So here are some examples. My 2008 Volvo C30 hatchback started out as a cheap, used, boring car. And yep, it's exactly like the one in the Twilight series. I mean, the same exact color, year, options, everything. But mine had a manual transmission, so I added a ton of speed parts to the engine, put bigger brakes and better suspension on it, and new wheels and tires, and then added a really high-powered CarPlay stereo that sounds amazing and also makes it feel and perform like a modern car. And then finally, I wrapped it in a bright blue that matches Volvo's race team cars. My Lexus GX 470 is another 15-year-old used car I got cheap, then upgraded to be more capable off-road. I also wanted to be the ultimate camping, desert, beach kind of vehicle, so I installed a roof rack and found this great new 270-degree awning that costs less than a traditional awning and only takes about 30 seconds to set up. Fun as hell. Finally, here's my favorite mod in my old Sprinter van. There's a bed in the back of it that blocks the rearview mirror, and eventually we just covered the back windows for camping, keeping the light out. So it was a little unsafe to drive when you couldn't see out the back of it, but after a little research of what's possible, I found a $300 rear camera that combines to a monitor. It's shaped like a rearview mirror, and you can see out the back super clear and easy now. It feels way safer to drive. So we covered a lot of things and a lot of major projects, but let's talk about the smallest atomic unit. What's a tiny thing you can change? So let's look at just one thing in that Lexus I got last month. The cup holders are ridiculous. They're I don't know if you can see this, but maybe 2 inches tall. And you put in any cup, you take a turn, and things just fall over. So I did a quick Google search, and forums were talking about 3D printed improvements. And so I went on eBay and found this, and there's also a lot of sellers on Etsy. You pop it in, it fits absolutely perfectly. And then, look at that. You can take a turn at any speed. Or even these massive Yeti coolers, totally fine. And before, it'd be something that would certainly topple over on the first turn you took. So again, figure out what you wish your car could do, look around to see what's possible, and track down the things you need and get them added and start enjoying your car on a whole new level.